Okay, good morning, friends. In previous video, we have seen the introduction related to camps, their applications, how the follower classification is there, what is the classification of follower, uh, what is the kinematics between cam and follower. Let us see the classification of cams. So there are two major types of cams. First one is radial cams and second one is cylindrical cams. Now in radial cams, whatever cams we have seen in the previous geometries, now in these cams and follower mechanism, the motion of the follower, if you see the radial cams, so in radial cams the motion of the follower is always perpendicular to the axis of cam. The motion of the follower is always perpendicular to the axis of cam. So here it is the axis of cam, which we can see as a point view in the front view. You can see as a point in front view. So here the motion of the follower is perpendicular to cam axis. So such type of cams are called as radial cams. Second type of cam, it is a cylindrical cam. Here you can see that in cylindrical cams the motion of the follower is parallel to the axis of cam. So here the follower rides in the groove which is provided on the cylindrical cam. So motion of the follower, so this is a reciprocating follower, so it reciprocates in the direction parallel to the axis of cam. And here it is oscillating follower, the direction of oscillation is also parallel to axis of cam. So such a cams in which the motion of the follower is parallel to the axis of cam, those cams are called as cylindrical cams. Now already I have told you that the motion of the follower is predetermined and it depends upon the shape of the cam. Now follower moves with four different motions. From these motions of follower we will draw a cam profile. We will generate the profile of a cam from the displacement diagrams of the follower when the follower moves with these four motions. The first motion of follower, it is uniform velocity. Second one is simple harmonic motion. Third one is uniform acceleration and retardation, and fourth one is cycloidal motion. So these are the four motions of the follower. Now let us see what is the displacement velocity acceleration diagram when follower moves with uniform velocity. So these three diagrams you have to draw graphically. In this case, on the x-axis the revolution of cam is shown here, and on the y-axis you have to take stroke length of the follower. Now assume that during the 120-degree rotation of cam the follower moves in upward direction. During 120-degree rotation of cam the follower will move from its bottommost position to topmost position. So that is the outstroke of the follower. So outstroke of the follower is given here for 120-degree rotation of cam. After that, theta d1 is the first dwell of 120 degree. during 120-degree revolution of the cam, the follower will be in rest position. In next 60-degree of revolution of cam, the follower will move from its topmost position to bottommost position. During next 60-degree of revolution of cam, the follower will move from its topmost position to bottommost position. And for next 60-degree, there will be again second dual period. Now this is 120, 120, 240 plus 60, it is 300 plus 60, it is 360. So this is a one complete revolution of a cam. For one complete revolution of cam, this is the displacement diagram of the follower. So on x-axis you have to take the cam revolution, on y-axis you have to take the stroke length of the follower. While drawing the displacement diagram, you have to assume some scale, that is 1 centimeter equal to 20 degree on the x-axis. So for outstroke of the follower, the degree of revolution of cam, it is given 120 degree. So 120 degree divided by 20 degree, it is 6 centimeter. So draw theta O on x-axis for 6 centimeter. Then theta D1, here it is shown for next 120 degree rotation. So again 120 divided by 20, it is 6 centimeter. Draw a dual period for next 6 centimeter. There is a return stroke for next 60 degree rotation of cam. So it is 60 divided by 20, 3 centimeter. That is theta R. And remaining is theta D2, that is second dual period. So here it is again for 60 degrees. So 60 divided by 20, it is again 3 centimeter. So it is 6 centimeter plus 6 centimeter plus 3 centimeter plus 3 centimeter. This is theta O, that is outstroke of the follower. This is the first dual period of the follower, this is the return stroke of the follower, and this is the second dual period of the follower. So this is the displacement diagram when follower moves with uniform velocity. Now after taking theta O for 6 centimeter and theta R for 3 centimeter, divide theta O and theta R in equal even parts. So I have divided this theta O and theta R in 6 parts. So this is a 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter likewise. This is 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter, 0.5 centimeter likewise. So you have to divide theta O and theta R in equal even parts like 4, 6, 8. Okay. Now, so this is the displacement diagram. Now this distance, that is 1, 1 dash, 2, 2 dash, 3, 3 dash, 4, 4 dash, that you have to mark while drawing the profile of a cam. Now this is the velocity diagram. As it is the velocity diagram when follower moves with uniform velocity, you can see that follower has to gain its maximum velocity within a zero time. No time is there to get its maximum velocity. After getting the maximum velocity, it will become uniform, constant. So this is the velocity diagram for a follower during the outstroke. During dual period, the follower is in the rest position, so its velocity is 0. Again during return stroke, the follower will move from its topmost position to bottommost position. So this is the velocity diagram for return stroke. Again there will be next dual, velocity of follower will be 0. So it is a straight line. This is the velocity diagram. If you see the acceleration diagram for the follower, when the follower moves with uniform velocity, the acceleration is shown infinite at the start and end of the outstroke as well as at the start and end of the instroke. Now the bodies or the components or a mechanism whose acceleration is infinite, we cannot use those mechanisms or those components for a practical application. So you have some acceleration. The body must have some acceleration. The bodies which are having acceleration infinite, these are useless bodies. We cannot use those bodies for a practical application. If you want to use these follower into practical application, as now here its acceleration is infinite, we must have some value of acceleration to bring this follower into some application when the follower moves with uniform velocity. So for that purpose, you must have some acceleration. Now when you will get that acceleration, now here you can see the same diagram. In previous case it is infinite, but it is a useless. We cannot use this follower which is having uniform velocity, okay, because its acceleration is infinite. So I will get some value of acceleration here, that is by rounding off the ends of outstroke and return strokes. Okay, because of this rounding of the curve of the displacement diagram at the start and end of outstroke and return stroke, the follower will get some time to reach to its maximum velocity and then it will become constant. In previous case, the follower has to get its maximum velocity within zero time, but here you can see that the follower is getting some time to get its maximum velocity and then it will become constant. So as there is a change in velocity with respect to time, there will be some acceleration. Now we can use this follower when it moves with uniform velocity. We can bring that follower into some practical applications. So this is the construction for displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram for a follower when it moves with uniform velocity. The second motion of the follower, that is simple harmonic motion. This is the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram when the follower moves with simple harmonic motion. Similarly, by taking some suitable scale, you have to mark theta O, dual period theta D1, then theta R, and remaining is theta D2, that is second dual period, by taking some suitable scale. Now suppose theta is 120 degree, that is the angle of revolution of a cam for outstroke of the follower. So it will be 120 divided by 20. The scale is 1 centimeter equal to 20 degree. It is 120 divided by 20, again it is 6 centimeter. Likewise you have to take the scale, and on the x-axis you have to take on the y-axis you have to take the stroke length of the follower directly in mm. It is also called as a lift of the follower. Now for the construction of displacement diagram, in similar way, divide theta O and theta R in equal even parts. So here it is divided into 8 equal parts. Okay, theta O and theta R vertically. Now draw the semicircle by taking this point as a center. That is the half of the stroke length. You have to take that as a radius, this point as a center, draw the semicircle. Now divide this semicircle in equal even parts to that of theta O and theta R. You have divided theta O and theta R in 8 equal parts. Divide semicircle also in 8 equal parts. Now transfer all these points horizontally in theta O and theta R. Now this first horizontal line will intersect to first vertical line at this point. The second horizontal line will intersect to second vertical line at this point. The third vertical line will intersect to third horizontal line at this point. Likewise, all the vertical lines will intersect to the horizontal lines and you will get different points. Okay, for the outstroke. Similarly, in a return stroke also, same horizontal lines will intersect to these vertical lines. You will get number of points here. Draw the smooth curve passing through all these points. You will get a curve for displacement diagram. Okay. Now you have to take care while drawing the curve for return stroke. You have to draw the curve from top to bottom. You can see here for outstroke, as the follower moves from bottom to top, you have to draw the curve from bottom to top. During return stroke, the follower moves from its topmost position to bottommost position. You have to draw the curve from top to bottom. So this is the displacement diagram for a follower when follower moves with simple harmonic motion. This is the velocity diagram. Now velocity is 0 at the start and end of the outstroke. It is also 0 at the start and end of the return stroke. It is maximum at the mid of outstroke and return stroke. So you will get a sine curve for a velocity diagram by taking some suitable scale. Suppose the magnitude is 100 mm per second square for this VO max, and if you take scale 1 centimeter equal to 20 mm per second square, so it is 100 divided by 20, you will get 5 centimeter. Mark here 5 centimeter and draw a smooth sine curve. Okay, similarly, if it is 80 mm per second square, that is the maximum velocity of the follower during return stroke, it is 80 divided by 20, you will get this distance as 4 centimeter. Mark here the point and draw another sine curve for a return stroke. So this is the velocity diagram for a follower when follower moves with simple harmonic motion. Now this is the acceleration diagram. For acceleration diagram you will get a cosine curve. Again you will find it is 0 at the mid of outstroke and at the mid of instroke. The acceleration of the follower is maximum at the start of outstroke and at the end of outstroke. Similarly, it will again maximum at the start of instroke and start of outstroke of the follower. So you will get a cosine curve for the acceleration diagram. Again by taking some suitable scale, mark the points here at the start and end of outstroke and return stroke and draw the smooth curve which will become a cosine curve. So this is the displacement, velocity and acceleration diagram for a follower when follower moves with simple harmonic motion. There are two more motions of the follower, that is uniform acceleration and retardation and cycloidal motions, that we will see in the next video. Thank you.